Well, good morning, honey. I'm Erica on Spirit 1053 with my brand new friend, Erica. She also spells her name with a C, from Edmonds. Welcome to the show. You recently experienced something that I thought maybe just existed in movies or those Winnie the Pooh cartoons, a swarm of bees, Erica?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened?
Well, so I wasn't home, but my neighbor called me and said, I wanted to warn you, when you come home, a whole big swarm of bees just landed in your tree. He was in his car with the windows up and he could hear the buzzing.
Oh, my word. It sounds like a horror movie.
It does, yeah. And so when I got home, I thought they were gone because it was quiet. I didn't see anything. And my husband went to the back deck and saw the tree from a different angle, and they had just settled down. So they were in a huge clump surrounding the queen in our tree.
When you say huge, how big of a clump? How would you describe it?
The beekeeper said it was probably 5 to 6 pounds of bees.
Unbelievable.
And it was probably, yeah. And it was kind of in the shape of like a cylinder wrapped around the branch of the tree.
Wow. So what did you do, Erica?
So just that morning, somebody had posted in the local Facebook group, and he's a beekeeper, and he said, it's swarming season. If you see bees in your house or your tree, I'll come get them for free. And I was like, oh, that's the most incredible thing. I've seen a traveling swarm before. It's so cool. And then an hour later, I was like, hey, I might need you.
How did he do? I mean, were you watching his work?
Yeah, we all sat out in the yard and watched him. He climbed up the ladder and sat on the edge of our roof, and he had his bee equipment on to keep himself from getting stung, and he had this big Tupperware tote thing that has special holes for the bees to go into. But he opened it up, and he kind of scraped them all into the bucket, and then he found the queen, and once the queen gets in there, the rest of the bees want to get in there too.
Oh
So he got the queen in there, and then he shook the tree for the rest of the bees, and they just fell like rain. It was crazy. And then they all just started swarming and they started getting into the box. And he left for a few hours to let them settle. And then he came back and picked them up and he took them back to his beekeeping place in Marysville.
Erica, this is like Nat Geo in your backyard.
Oh, I know. It's the coolest thing. The thing is like, well, I would like to let the honeybees live their best life here in my yard and do their honeybee thing. It's not really safe for them because people don't know what they are, and they'll torch them or they'll call an exterminator and have them killed.
Yeah.
And just like the beekeeper said, if we don't have honeybees, we don't have food. So they're
Wow.
safest with a beekeeper.
Yeah. Call a beekeeper if you see a bee swarm in your yard.
Yes, for sure.
I am so glad everybody's okay. And props to you for hanging out in the yard to watch this, because I think I would have been behind a window.
Well, yeah, so the bees were not mad at me. They did start, when we were letting them settle, they did start following the beekeeper around, but because they knew he was the one that was doing it. They left me and my husband and kids alone. I just watched him run around my yard.
Oh, my word. Erica from Edmonds, I love it so much. Thank you for your time.
Of course, thank you.